you're just going to push OK. And it looks like we're live. Give us a thumbs up if you can hear us and see us.
Hi, I'm Nicole Hockley from San
And if you can hear Tina.
I know this is hard to hear, but it's important. The shooter
Thanks,
who murdered
honey.
my son
Tina,
carried
would
an
you
AR-15
please,
to an elementary
really?
school and killed 26 people.
Sorry.
Hey guys, Tina's trying to use technology, so sorry about that. But what you need to do is turn the sound down on your computer right there somewhere. You see the sound bar and turn it all the way off, and then you can go back into YouTube. But
I had it off.
So we got Derek in here, and I'm sure Cindy is close by. So hello, guys. Good to see you. We got Ronnie C. Hello. And we have been running ragged today. And there's Shakey's reviews. I love seeing the members and my Patreon members coming in. This is so cool. So I appreciate you guys a lot. And if you're lurking back there, just you can say hi. We love to meet new people.
Yeah, that's right. Please let us know that you're here.
Yeah. And so this is fun. Like I said, we have had a busy day, and we were scrambling to get back to do this live stream. So good to see everybody just coming on in.
Did everybody let us know if they could hear us?
I think Ronnie would have already let us know because Ronnie's on the ball. And there's Grandma Joanne.
Hi, Grandma Joanne.
Not new, but she's here. No, she's not. And there's Joel Ross. And what's up, guys, from Georgia?
Hey, Joel.
So thanks for coming on in. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. Love seeing new people come in. Derek says we're loud and clear and have the same problem with technology as well.
Well, the last time the sound was down, so I guess I just didn't check it this time.
It doesn't matter. And there's Steve Hickey. And
hi, Steve.
So appreciate Steve. Steve, I heard the other day, I've only gotten one of those daggone magazines, so I should be getting another one pretty soon. And I'm looking forward to it because those magazines are really cool. The Whiskey Advocate that he got me as a gift, that was very nice. And we got Bud in here. He says, cheers from New Jersey. And I got a story tonight from New Jersey that when I read about this, it kind of gave me some chills. It's a crazy story. And you wouldn't think that, I mean, you know, obviously there's crime in New Jersey, but this was on a hunting area close to Pennsylvania. And I'll tell this story later on. And Joe Ralston's from Ringgold, Georgia. Very cool. Very cool. And there's Lance, my man Lance.
Well, howdy do, Lance.
Lance gave us a bottle of that Hirsch. Can't remember what exactly, but that is one of, man, that is a great bottle.
We have enjoyed
whiskey.
that.
That is so nice. And so anyway, you know, we're going to talk about some Virginia whiskeys. Well, actually, they're all Virginia bourbons. Yeah. I think Virginia is kind of underrated when it comes to bourbon, but man, they've got some great stuff. I don't know if they should be considered underrated because the first one we're going to talk about is this John J. Bowman. Let's see if you can see that. This is a John J. Bowman single barrel. And I think 2 years ago, the John J. Bowman single barrel was the whiskey or the bourbon of the year in the world. The world's best bourbon outside of Kentucky. So besides Kentucky bourbons, this was the best bourbon in the world, according to the Whiskey magazine. So, and I have the one that they tried, and it is excellent. It's on the shelf. But this one I got this in 2023. It's not been opened. They changed the label, put the green label on here. It's very cool. And there's John Shink.
Hello, John. Welcome in. Good to see you.
Oh, and Buzz says he's a retired police officer from New Jersey, so he's quite familiar with crime. Yeah, I bet he is, and we appreciate what you do out there for sure. And John says JJB, one of my favorite go-tos for sure.
There's Dice. Cheers, Dice. How are you this evening?
Yeah.
Tell Granny we said hello.
Shakey says 3 more years retirement for him with the Georgia Department of Corrections. Yeah, I remember Shakey's talking about that. Both of you guys have put in your service in very tough situations, I'm sure. And there's Dice. And Dice is in tough situation because he delivers packages.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, appreciate Dice a lot. He was drinking last night on Gamblin Granny's live stream. He was drinking some Kentucky Spirit. I was like, oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
That stuff is so good.
It's one of our favorites.
Definitely.
Hi, Gigi.
And
watching
look here.
on TV.
And Roger, I just want to tell you that I have boxed up your Glencairn. I'm ready to ship it. And then I'm waiting on t-shirts. I got to order some t-shirts from Teespring, and I'll send you out a t-shirt. I just got to make sure I got your size because he's a Patreon. And the new Patreon members, you get a Glencairn like this, which is very cool. Look at that. And you'll get a t-shirt after 2 or 3 months. I'll send them out. I've just been so swamped, but we're getting busy. Yeah, we're getting them out. So, and Ron Long says recently subscribed to the channel. Enjoy your videos. Well, I appreciate that, Ron. Yes. Appreciate that a lot.
Welcome in, Ron.
And what else did I miss? Let's see. Gigi's watching on the TV. She's like me. That's what I do.
Yes. He works on his computer and watches on TV.
I watch you guys, and
while I go in the chat.
And then I'll comment sometimes too. I'll get my laptop out.
There she is. Saying hello.
Year 27. Yeah, good luck to Bud and Shakey's reviews. You guys, appreciate y'all a lot. And I got a feeling, we're getting ready to try this. The best whiskey in the world outside of, look at Gamblin Granny. Remember, for 19 months. Man, we appreciate that.
We sure do.
That's a lot of money, GG, so you can cancel anytime because I ain't worth it. I tell Tina all the time I'm going to cancel membership because I don't feel like I'm worth it. But she says, they want to be a part. So, okay. I get it.
If they don't want to, they don't have to.
Yeah, that's right. We love anybody comes in or out, whatever. It does help. And also the Patreon members, they really help. That's like awesome. And Dice says, I have to get that Kentucky Spirit drink up. I've had it open for about 7. Oh Lord, yeah, you gotta get that. But it's still, hey, the first one I've had, it was always good. And then when Courtney got the other one, and I opened that up, I was like, oh, that is just a little bit better. It's got more flavors because that other one is sitting so long. It's still good, but it was that. And Shake said, I got a taste of it right now. Got a salted and broke leg back in October. Yeah, I remember. I think he was telling us that on the last.
Still tastes good, he said, Dice.
Yeah, that's yeah, it does. It does taste good. That Kentucky Spirit. Now, this cork pool is going to go out to Derek and Cindy because they were the first ones in the chat. So court pull to my Patreon members, Derek and Cindy. And I think this is going to be good. It's going to be, oh, yeah. Pretty
That
solid.
was really pretty good.
Pretty solid.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That stuff. Guys, this is a Virginia bourbon. Now, some of y'all may know, I think John J. Bowman used to distill stuff for Buffalo Trace, vice versa, or Buffalo Trace would distill it and then age it in Virginia. I'm not sure which way, because Virginia's climate is much like Kentucky, unless you get closer to the coast. There's Cindy. Hi, Cindy. And
good evening, Cindy. How are you?
Look at Steve. Steve, thank you, buddy. He says the best part of Saturday night is drinking with Frontiersman and his lovely lady. Well, I'll be. So yeah, we're gonna taste this. I bet this stuff is really good. You know, I used to be able to hide this. There it is. The Green River Rye. I could have bought that. I saw that in Bardstown.
Oh yeah, remember seeing it.
Oh, that, but not this year. Did we see it on the first? Did we see Green River Rye?
I thought so, and we talked about actually getting it.
All right, so Tina is gonna get a little
taste.
All right, guys, we've had a day. We did a video about Virginia. Oh, let's talk about the proof. The proof on this single barrel, it's 100 proof. So it's a single barrel and it's a store pick. So it's hand selected at peak maturity by, or no. Oh yeah, this was hand picked by Brian Prewitt, the distiller. Wow. So this is a limited edition, copper distilled, 100 proof. I can read the back. It says early pioneer Colonel John J. Bowman first explored Kentucky in 1775. 4 years later, he moved his family to Lincoln County, where they were among the earliest settlers in Kentucky. He later presided over Kentucky's first county court and was also appointed the first military commander and military governor of Kentucky County, which was part of Virginia. He was the great uncle of Abram Smith Bowman's, founder of the A. Smith Bowman Distillery. This single barrel bourbon whiskey commemorates the early pioneer, John J. Bowman. So he was a frontiersman.
Yes.
That's why I like his stuff.
Good to see you,
right.
Cindy. And Bud has said he used to find it regularly.
Oh.
For $50 in New Jersey. Now can't find it. Impossible.
It's allocated now. So it's definitely very tough.
I think that happened after they won that award, right? That was one of the.
Oh man, that stuff smells good. We didn't even taste it. Sorry it's been taking so long. I know y'all come here to watch us sip on some whiskey. And Cindy, it's always great. And we'll be seeing her soon with Derek. And there's Jer from Canada, my buddy.
Hey, Jer and Kimmy.
And Patreon. And Jer, if you didn't put your t-shirt sizes on your Patreon page, send me a message with y'all's t-shirt sizes, because I got to order t-shirts to send you, and I'm gonna send you the Glen Cairns soon. So do that. So I got to take care of some business. And here's Nick Buckner.
Yes, so we met Nick on our Virginia bourbon hunt today.
He wore the Cairn. I know. Yeah, I remember. Nice guy.
It was very nice to
very
meet
cool.
you today, Nick. And thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Now, what did he get? He got the Buffalo Trace.
He did.
He got the Buffalo Trace.
He wanted some Eagle Rare, but they.
Yeah, they had what, 12 or so Eagle Rare. Those things went quick, and all the Blantons went. So I was hoping he could get some Eagle Rare because I was telling him that stuff is good. So
Yeah.
nice to meet you, Nick, and thanks for coming in.
And there's Kim. She's in here. Hello, Miss Kim.
Kim's
How are
there
you?
too. Kim's in the house. All right, Kim. And have we? All I can say is
tasted it. And I think I was talking to Nick in line today about this.
Oh, this stuff is good.
We're getting ready to taste it.
It's got your
John J.
typical
Bowman.
brown sugar, more brown sugar than most of you. When you smell bourbon, you're going to smell caramel and vanilla. To me, this is like brown sugar. Do you get that too, or not?
You can definitely get
a little spice. Now let's go. I'm getting a little harshness that I really have not gotten before. Of course, this is my first sip of the day.
Yep.
I haven't had whiskey since last Saturday or two?
I think it was last Saturday.
Hadn't had a drink of all, I don't think at all. So let's try this second sip. Oh yeah, much better, much better. I get a little spiciness up front, and then it gets real sweet at the back. Then nice little finish. So if I can recall, the other John J. Bowman to me seemed like a couple of years ago was might have been better than this. That would be a good side-by-side test.
Yeah, it would. We got to do some of those. Yeah, I'm not getting as I feel like I remember it being a little bit thicker.
Yeah, thicker, sweeter. And I gave it a score of 88. This is not an 88. The new one.
It's spicier to me than I remember the other one. So spicy, meaning it's got a little bit of heat to me.
Yeah, but I'm not getting that. I think it's like a lot more baking spices because it's only 100 proof.
Yeah, and I don't really get that until like the back. So usually if it's hot, I get it right up front. But
if I was going to score this one,
we have to go back and do a side by side. Maybe not tonight since we're going to try other ones.
That'd be good because I'm going to give this a lower score, but than the 88. But I'm going to have another little tiny sip if I don't break my glass. See, guys, these Frontiersman glasses, they're very durable. You can bang them on stuff and it didn't even break.
There's April Unplugged. Well, hello. How are you? Good to see you.
Absolutely.
Hope you and Mike are doing well.
Cool stuff. Man, that is nice.
Not too bad. I just don't. It's been so long since I've done the other John Jay. I don't know that I can.
Yeah. Well, the thing I'm getting is a lot more bitterness than I remember from the first one. And I would have to give this like a 73. Write that down. I'm saying it's a 73, which is good. Maybe if it opens up, a lot of times when you open the cork up and you just let it sit for a little while, it'll get better. 73 is a good score. It's a solid. It's something that you would want to come to and drink all the time. Yeah. So
I don't know why. I just remember the other one being sweeter. I think.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. All right, so you guys are gonna get the vote now between two.
And if you're just joining us, hit that thumbs up. Y'all don't forget to give us a like.
Yeah, absolutely. And Dice said, what did I missed? Walt looks like the outlaw Josie Wells. There you go. That's my favorite. And Nick said, super fun talking to you all. I'll definitely be following along with your ventures. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Yeah, it was nice talking to you too. And thanks, Kim. She said we're amazing people. Thank you. Cindy said she's a little late. What's the bottle? That's John. Yeah, John J. Bowman. And then Dice said something really important. He said your bourbon always tastes better in a Frontiersman glass. It really does.
It does.
It's just that's amazing. It's amazing.
Thanks for that, Dice. Get you one today, everyone.
And Ronnie C, don't you just love Ronnie C? Nicest man in one of the nicest people I've ever met. Of course, all the people that I've met on YouTube, honestly, are really, really great. Yeah, Steve says, let it breathe a little. I agree. Just let it breathe a little. Now, you guys get to vote. Tina, hold that one up. This is from Ragged Branch, which is in this is a store pick of Ragged Branch Weeded Bourbon Double Oaked. All right. The distillery, I forget where the distillery's at.
Is it Charlottesville?
Yeah, Charlottesville.
Okay.
The distillery is in Charlottesville, Virginia. But this is a store pick that I found at the Greenbrier Valley, West Virginia liquor store. And let me move this comment.
Not to be confused with Virginia.
Yeah, there is a Greenbrier, Virginia. But so that, hold the other one up. Vote on that one. Ragged Branch or this filibuster. Here, the filibuster. Hold up closer. There you go. Get it out. There, go to get towards my face. Cover up my face. Oh. There you go. So the filibuster, this is just a bottled in bond, aged 5 years, Virginia straight bourbon. So these are two Virginia distilleries.
And where is this one in Virginia? We went there. It
was up near
sort of northern Virginia.
Near Strasburg or something like that. Mowertown Mills, which is up near Strasburg and that right off of 81. I mean, this thing is right off Interstate 81.
Yeah.
So what do we want? Ragged Branch or filibuster?
All right.
Everybody's saying hi to everybody. Filibuster because Tina's holding it.
Thanks, Cindy.
Which has higher proof? I think
that's a good analysis. I mean, I can't think of
this
reason.
This one's 118. Ragged Branch is 118. The filibuster is bottled in bond, so it's 100. We got a filibuster, we got a Ragged Branch, we got another Ragged Branch, we got another filibuster. So we're waiting on one more. It's 2-2. And Dice just broke it. He says Ragged Branch.
He went for the higher proof. Steve
was just a little second late, and Derek was a little second late. So Ragged Branch. This is pretty interesting because this is like I said, it's 118, but it's a wheated bourbon, means it's got high wheat. I don't know if they give the actual mash bill of this. Let's see. It says that Ragged Branch, our foremost model, comes directly from our co-founder, Alex Toomey. Do it right now. That's kind of sounds like Bill Belichick. Do your job. So.
And there's Amy Sheets. How are you, Miss Amy?
Hi, Amy. It says, not only do we grow, harvest, and mill the grains used to make our whiskey, but we also feed the spent mash to their Black Angus cattle. That is really cool. Up in Ragged Branch, up in Charlottesville. That's cool. So a wheated bourbon just really basically means it's got a high wheat content. I don't know what if somebody wants to look that up, they can.
Jer wants to know if we have signed the adoption papers yet because he's packed already. Come on.
Hey, Jared, as long as you bring your grill,
you're in.
Yeah, exactly. And grill up some food. And man, if you go to his Instagram page, just look up Canadian Barbecue Mafia, CDN Barbecue Mafia, just like his name is right here. The dude can grill. So yeah. And so this one is going to actually, this cork pool is going to go out to Jer and Kim. So they're Patreon members. So we're going to send this one out to them.
Ragged Branch,
wheated bourbon, double oaked, a store pick. Does it get much better? It's got everything.
All the goodies.
So double oaked means basically they age the whiskey, the juices, in an oak barrel. And then they take it out of that oak barrel and then they finish it up by putting it into another oak barrel, probably more charred than the first one. And so it gets double oaked in that double char. So sometimes you can see the color is a little bit darker. With the wheated, that's probably should smooth it out a little bit. If you don't like rye, you're probably not going to get much spice on this. Kind of like an E.H. Taylor or pretty much all the Maker's Mark. And this is going out. This cork pool is going out to Kim and Jared. Oh, that was like a 9 out of 10.
That was a good one.
And that's a nice smelling. Ooh, that smells really nice just off the bottle. April says she needs to be adopted too. Well, come on, April.
Come on.
I guess that would be. Hey, our house isn't that big, so we get to know each other really well. Yeah. So I'm going to use the little. Now this is not the cool glass we picked up with our friends Nathan and Lori. It's kind of like a Glencairn. I forget what they call these.
Yeah. What's the name of these? If anybody knows.
I think they're called Kinzers or Kenzie. Kinzer glass or Kenzie glass.
I bet you Steve knows.
I bet you I can find out.
And we've already adopted Amy. She said we just don't know it.
Yeah.
That's right, Amy.
I don't know what they're called, but
all right. Who knows what these are called?
I think
Steve,
something like Kinzers, Kinzies. I don't know. I knew, now I forgot. So anyway, we're gonna try it. Man, you can smell the wheat on that. You hear that glugging? Man, the thing's going crazy.
Oh, wow.
That is cool. That's cool. See, look at that. The neck on that bottle is ridged really well. So that is really cool. Makes that sound.
Smells a little different. Well,
it smells a little different
in the glass than it did in the bottle. To be expected sometimes.
Very smells like feet. It smells like feet.
I am totally not getting feet.
It's feet. It's a funky feet. It's kind of like a Texas thing.
I'm not getting that at all.
It's like feet that's been smashing plums. A little toe jam, plum toe jam.
I'm totally not getting any of that. I mean, where did that come from?
Walt doesn't seem so convinced. Oh, about Amy moving in?
Well, there's Joe.
No, Amy can definitely move in because she would keep us laughing constantly. And who's that?
Joanna.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Joanna is in the house.
Hi, dear.
And say hi to Neil.
Yes.
Love
And
you
Paula.
guys.
There's Paula.
Paula who?
Paula McKenzie.
Foot fetish.
Oh,
No.
thank you, Paula. Good to see you.
Paula's not showed up on my screen yet.
Well,
so.
she did. You.
Oh, I scrolled by. Hi,
Yeah.
Paula. Tell Dale we love him. Teen looks very cute tonight. Doesn't she? Look
I
at her.
said thank you, Paula.
She does.
Foot
It's
fetish.
like it's got a. There's definitely this plum, like plum raisins, something like that on the nose.
Cindy said feet. I
And,
told you.
I gotta taste it.
Told
Let's see if
you.
it tastes like, something. God, that is a really, really funky taste to me. It is very
It's bitter to me.
raisiny. It's not so much bitter to me as it's just very raisin.
Well, raisins are bitter to me.
If
Some
they can't,
people, they're
yeah,
sweet.
right. They
but
can be. Yeah, that's true.
Sweet and bitter. Maybe that's a mixture of what I'm getting here. Sweet
Wow.
and bitter.
Hmm.
Oh, no.
It's different. Got a little better on the second sip. A little better, loosening up. I'm getting just the fruitiness of the raisins, plums, whatever that. A little earthiness, which is probably what the feet thing is. It's like an earthiness gone wrong, and then goes to the back. It's sweetens up a little bit on the back of the palate, and then it's a kind of a not a bad finish. It's a decent finish.
It's a bitter sweet to me.
Yeah, I think the 2 oak barrels it's been in, to be 118, it's not a lot of heat to me. But
Shakey.
Chewing tobacco.
Yeah.
Huh. You know what? That actually, yeah.
That's a good point.
But
I
hadn't chewed tobacco since I was probably 16, 17. And it's got that little chewing tobacco flavor. That's a great note. It's getting a little better on each sip. I'm not so mad about it now. It's getting a little better. To me, the finish is just a little bit short.
Just getting.
That was a good point.
Bitter and sweet, but I'm like you. I don't hate it because of that.
Amy says, somebody said she comes to work, laughs for 8 hours, and goes home. And what a blessing to be around. Mm-hmm. She is so much fun to be around, guys. She's just,
and she is right. She will keep you laughing.
She will keep you laughing. She said, I like that mixed wine with whiskey. Like that mixed, yeah. Something like that. Yeah. Something like mixing wine with whiskey. I'm going to have to give I hate to score it so low. It's very different. Mm-hmm. Maybe I should have opened up these bottles earlier or something, but.
Well, no, that would take the fun out of this. Right, y'all? Mm-hmm. I think. I like trying new stuff for the first time. Whew. With you guys.
I must have sipped that wrong because it just went straight to my nose. I did get the 118 proof on that sip. You know what? I'm going to score this a 70. So that's a 70. Let me cleanse my palate. It's going to need a lot of cleansing.
I'm like, I don't hate it, but it is different.
Thanks, Jer. Yes, my grandfather, he was one heck of a man, and he died of cancer. I don't know if I ever told y'all this story. Did I ever tell anybody this story?
I don't know.
My grandfather was a preacher. He was a teacher. He owned a store up Bourbon Creek. It was pretty much like the only store for a lot of people for many miles that lived up Bourbon Creek. And so they would come to the Rains grocery store there and get whatever they needed. And I mean, he was tough, but he was also very generous, very, great sense of humor. He'd always make us laugh when we were little. But before I was born, or I was pretty young, he and his best friend Frank they preached a revival, and they were coming home on this revival. It was a Saturday night, and this guy who'd been drinking, and this is probably in the early 60s, hit Frank and my grandpa head on. And Frank and my grandpa were like best friends and did a lot of stuff together. Well, in the wreck, it did kill Frank. Frank died almost instantly. My grandpa had his face split in half. And so that he took him to the hospital. He survived. But a few years later, I'm not sure how many years later, he got cancer in his neck, all around here. And so he ended up dying when he was only 62 years old. But I can remember as a young child, he would have these bandages on his neck, and he'd be heading out the door, and Grandma would say, "Walter, where are you going?" Because his name is Walter as well. And he goes, "I got to go out. I got to go witness. I got to go out and talk to people." She goes, "You don't need to do that. You need to get in here and lay down." He goes, "Nope, I got to do the Lord's work." And he would head out the door. You weren't going to stop him. And he went on. And
reminds me of your dad, and I didn't know him.
Yeah. And he, of course, he founded the church at Bourbon Creek, the first Free Will Baptist church. And he founded that church. And so that he was a great man, store owner, teacher, and a great preacher. So anyway, means a lot to me, and I'm proud to be named after him. That's for sure. So, Cindy, come sit by me. I laugh at myself. Others this. So anyway, Jared says, sounds like another Walter. I don't know. I don't know if I could be maybe just this bit much of the man that he was, and my dad. That would be something. I'd be proud of that.
You can get back to laughing now, Amy.
Yeah. Sorry, didn't mean to depress y'all with that. So anyway, we got a 70 on that.
That's what you said.
That's pretty harsh. I'm giving some harsh scores, but that 70 is still good. I'm gonna go revisit it, and I'll let y'all know.
What's next?
I know everybody's got probably some great grandparents in their family that, man, just It's our heritage.
That's right. Raise your glasses to grandmas and grandpas.
Great story. We aren't depressed. Very good. Oh, thank you, Cindy. I'm not great. I'm just a regular old guy.
Josh Austin.
What you
Welcome
drinking
in.
on? Now we just Josh, we just drank Ragged Branch single barrel. No, it wasn't a single barrel. It was 118 proof double oaked. And then before that, we did the John J. Bowman. And now, cheers to everybody, like Dice says. Now we're going to try, let's see, should we give them another filibuster choice?
You mean do the filibuster?
We haven't done filibuster yet, have we?
They voted Ragged Branch.
So we're going to give you a choice of filibusters.
Mm-hmm.
The bottled in bond. Tina, you hold that one up. And
This is the one I showed you earlier.
Or this one is triple cask straight bourbon whiskey finished in Muscatel barrels. Whew. And it's a barrel proof. And it's a Virginia ABC store pick. Look at this thing. This thing's like pretty much off the hook. Should we let them vote or should I just do this one?
Let them vote. Which one y'all want to see?
You want the barrel proof? Hold that one up. Or the bottled in bond? You can say proof or bond. Come towards me. There you go. Proof.
Vote now.
Or bond.
Already,
And
Roger says bottled in bond.
your bottle is very pretty, Walt.
Who said that?
Cindy.
Cindy.
Because my bottle is pretty. That is a pretty bottle.
All right, one for Roger said bottled in bond. Amy said do both. Shakey said
Oh, it's
bond.
bond. I see bond.
Bond.
So we're doing this one.
Both. Okay, the bond first, anyways.
So now this was from the World Whiskey Awards, which America's best non-Kentucky small batch bourbon. So we've had two of America's, one of the world, John J. Bowman, they said was the best. Filibuster, bottled in bond, made in Virginia, aged 5 years. It's 100 proof. And Josh just commented on one of my things.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to Josh. He had that Sagamore rye, and he said he had it for 4 years and he finally finished it. But like Tina's hat, corks are for quitters. Josh didn't quit. He finished it. He didn't like it, but he finished it.
That's right.
So let's take this off for just a minute. That's a cool little award from World Whiskey Awards filibuster.
That's got like a wax.
That thinks it's Maker's Mark.
Yeah, little waxy thing.
Little
like
Maker's Mark.
They don't do all of their stuff like that, but they did that one special, didn't they?
Well, how you get the daggone?
Well,
okay, this cork pool is going to go out to Roger Randall. I know
cheers,
he's in
Roger.
here. Roger, this cork pool's going out to you, my man. And that was a little weak, but it's got a cool.
Big pop.
It was decent. That smells good. You want to smell it? That does smell good. A little cork.
I never think that corks. Those little.
Oh, that smells good.
out.
That smells
Smell
good.
this. This is the real thing. Yeah, it smells pretty good.
Let's see. Andy poured himself a Shirley Temple. World Whiskey winner. So will be the next McKenna 10-year. I'll tell you what, that McKenna 10-year is good. Very good. And then Shakey said that. Yeah, that Henry McKenna, that is good stuff. When you finish the bottle, there's more room for a new bottle. That's true. So let's get a little pour of this. You got a glass, honey?
Yep.
Now, I know we got a few YouTubers out here or people that might be wanting to start YouTube. Let me just tell you that when I do my live streams, I use StreamYard. And right now, if you follow the link in the description, I think they'll give you $10 off or something. Or like sometimes you can sign up for $10 a month if you've done that, and you can upgrade and you'll get $10 a month. So whatever you do, StreamYard, as you can tell, most of the time we're pretty good. I think a lot of it has to do with your camera. But I like it because I can highlight messages, or, you know, when people comment, I can do that. It just makes it so easy for me to do this.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not a professional like Paula and Dale. Everything they do is like first class.
Yes.
So I'm just trying to get up to maybe like third class.
We're shooting for third.
But they are first class, and I appreciate them coming in. They're so awesome. When they do a live stream, it's like clockwork. It's just amazing. Yeah. So appreciate them so much. I learned from watching, and I try to steal some of their stuff when I can. This smells good. Now that smells, that's back to the very traditional caramel, vanilla, like that.
Maybe a little spice, but not.
Yes, and spicy.
I'm not getting that bittery smell. Like
maybe we just need. You know what? We haven't been swirling it up.
That's Roger said. I've been swirling over here. Roger said that. Give it a swirl. He's reminding everyone, including us. Give it a swirl.
He said it's a good but not worth asking price. I picked up and thanks, Roger, because I haven't been swirling. I used to always swirl. You got to get that thing warmed up, stirred up.
What did I say? I can't read it.
Which one? Oh, there's the Kentucky coffee bean.
Oh, okay.
Well, thank you for coming in. He commented and the other day and came into the live stream, so appreciate it.
Hello, Kentucky coffee bean.
And he's emailed me back and forth a few times, telling me about a new Barton issue. I think Trade Water, and there was another one. I can't.
Oh yeah, you were telling me.
So I was telling Tina about that.
Yes,
definitely want to be on the hunt for that.
Yeah.
I think it's Trade Water, and the other one was, if you can think of the other one, post that. I can't remember what the other one was. Hammer or no, I cannot remember. I do have a story for you besides my grandfather. So after we taste this, I'll take a break and I'll tell you a story from
I'm gonna taste mine.
A gentleman in New Jersey. That smells good. Oh yeah. Now that is a little bit raisins, but it's more sweeter.
More sweeter.
Yeah, a little more sweeter than the other one. Or just sweeter than the other one.
Just picking on you.
I know.
Yeah, that is don't get the bitterness like I did.
I am in the back
with the previous one.
A little bit in the back, a little bitterness.
It's so weird how
Stone Hammer.
So
I know
different.
There's something about a hammer. Trade Water and Stone Hammer, both by Barton. Sorry to interrupt you, honey. What were you saying?
I was like, it's so weird how we get the different. You get bitter, I don't get bitter. You get feet, I don't get feet.
That's everybody's palate is different.
Yeah.
A lot of times I will notice people that have the same kind of palate as me, and I like watching them. And then
That one just made
sometimes
me warm.
they don't. Yeah, that did heat me up. That's got like a long.
like,
that finish is still
woo.
going on. This is a very
I'm
good.
like,
This bottled and bond filibuster is some good stuff.
I did not get that like going down, when you first taste it going down, but whew, now I'm getting it. Like,
That's really good.
hot flash.
A little tad of oaky bitterness and dryness on the back of the tongue. So he lucked in on the trade water. Yep. So I'm enjoying this.
Yeah. It's good. Again, I'm like, whew.
I mean, it's not as full flavor of some of your best
Right.
bourbons, but this is something definitely you could come to and enjoy every evening or Saturday or for nice.
Ooh, Dice. Thank you, Dice.
Who drinks Malort? Walt and Tina do a blind barrel tasting. Oh yeah. That was so bad. Thanks, Dice, for dropping that.
Yeah.
If you hadn't seen that video, the Blind Barrel sent us a box for us to review, and we did, and it was a lot of fun, and we're going to probably do more of those. And Cindy's right. She says men have less taste buds than women. But Tina and I equal out because she smokes, so that just equals everything out. We're equal. And by the way, we tied in that thing, that last episode. Not literally, see, I'm not joking. I kept the score. It was actually 6-6 at the end.
He just messed up.
I messed up on the first or second when I didn't give myself a point. I said that in the video, but I don't think people caught it. and then I was just messing around about the one I'm gonna give my thing, and I never did really actually give that to me. But I thought, you know what? I'll drink the Malort because whatever. And at that time,
really
I actually thought I did lose because I thought I lost by 1, but actually it was a tie. And
because you secretly like Malort.
Oh God. Cindy said that blind barrel is fun. Walt has him a hot mama. I just want to like all of Amy's posts.
She's the best.
She's hilarious.
Oh,
yeah, and I'm not kidding. I mean, it was 6-6. Go back. You see the points.
That's like
you can follow it. What I said, and then you can get the points. It ended up being 6-6.
Like,
I don't care.
Up.
I didn't care if I lost or not. I'm glad Tina won because I'll stand up and do the Malort. It doesn't matter.
Next one we're picking something else.
Plus, like Cindy said, I'm disadvantaged. Women have better taste. Even the girl at Maker's Mark was saying that women have more taste buds.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Cindy is not going to play Monopoly with you. She said that.
This is
a couple times.
This is an 80. 80.
Yeah, so far I think this is. Well, I still like the John J. Bowman.
How are you gonna tell what's what? Oh, you're writing them down
up here. John J. Ragged. And what was that called? We're calling it the proof.
It was bottled and bond.
Oh yeah, that's right. The BB.
We gave it an 80, which is a good score. All right. Appreciate. Hey, we got a lot of people in here. Appreciate y'all coming in and watching.
Yes. Thank you guys. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you're coming in or before you leave or
I've
Do you
got
want to leave and come back?
two stories. I'll tell this. I'm gonna tell the other one a little bit later if people are still here. But I'll tell this first one about New Jersey since we got a couple guys from close to New Jersey and Pennsylvania. And this is a kind of a really, really crazy story from one of David Paulides' books. This is from the Missing 411 Hunters. All right. So these guys go missing and they're armed. They got rifles. They're hunting. Okay. And so he is in New Jersey. His name was Barnett Zeldin. And he owned a a little thing called Barry's Pretzels up in New Hope, Pennsylvania. If y'all have ever been there and seen Barry's Pretzels, that's pretty interesting. And he also had a thing called, and he owned Rice's Market. But then he retired and they moved to New Jersey. And where was it that they lived in New Jersey? He and his wife moved to New Jersey. And they moved to Mays Landing, New Jersey. Now, he liked to hunt, so he joined this hunt club, and he'd go out to the hunt club, and he would just hunt, spend some time at the club for a couple of days. And so his wife would never think anything about it. He'd just go up a couple of days, spend some time in the woods, and then he would come back. And she didn't think about it. You know, he wouldn't contact her because it's probably not great cell phone use or whatever. But so he goes out there. After he'd gone to the hunt club, and this hunt club was called the Audubon Gun Club, and he was a member. And then when you get there, you have to check in, and you sign in your name so you know there. So he signed in like at 5 minutes to 10, so 10 a.m. So he's there, and then but then nobody hears from you again. So after a couple days where he'd been gone, on the third day, his wife starts calling him, and she starts calling him every hour, like trying to get a hold of him, but she can't. So after several hours, then she calls the sheriff, the local sheriff, and tells him about Bud missing. So he had a green Blazer, and they found his Blazer parked on the side of the road, and he had his little dog. What kind of dog? Some kind of terrier, a fox terrier.
Taffy.
Little dog named Taffy. Yep. Now, what was weird is his windows rolled down. Taffy is still in the car, the Blazer. He's still in there. There was some little bit of food, and I guess Taffy was eating on that. And then she was the moisture, there a little bit of rain had dropped down into the floorboard, so she was drinking on the. Hang on, I gotta turn my phone down. Was drinking on the water that was dropping down through the window. So now they brought in the New Jersey State Police, and they put helicopters in the air. They brought bloodhounds in. They couldn't find him, and the dog's in there, windows down. All of his stuff's in the car, just sitting there. But he's gone. They searched the area, found nothing. Then let's see. It says I'm trying to see if they ever found anything of him. The keys were in the ignition. His window was down. But they never found any trace of him. And the dog would have been in there for 4 days. So you just have to wonder, I mean, what?
That's crazy.
Who or what took him out of the car with the ignition running, and then said somebody kidnap him? Did he see something? Walked out of the car, and that was the end of that? I mean, that's just a complete mysterious question. Mm-hmm. And it's like it's 10 miles from the ocean. It says the Mullica, Mullica River runs through the center of the park, and the area has regions that are swampy and boggy. That's just crazy. So there's some other disappearances that are kind of crazy up in that area in New York and New Jersey, Pennsylvania, up through there that just blow your mind. I can't even understand this one at all. So
I will wonder. Weird, crazy story. Yes, it is. It's like I just don't understand them. When you read about so many of these, and I guess that's why David Paulides writes many books about them. It's like, how do you disappear without a trace?
Keys in the ignition.
Just like
something
literally picked you up, carried you off with no trace.
Yeah.
Or you just disappeared into thin air.
Now the thing about David Paulides, the reason this is in the book. Now, if there was any hint that he was suicidal, David Paulides wouldn't put it in the book. If there was any hint that maybe there were people that he owed money, they were angry with him. Some people had it out to get him. If there was any inclination of any of that, it wouldn't have made it in the book. These missing people disappear. They're not suicidal. They're not mentally ill. They're happy people. They go hunting or they go hiking or they just walk out in their backyards and then they're gone. Otherwise, if there was anything like evidence of a trauma, a fight or anything, animal attack, he doesn't put it in the book. Has to be completely unexplained. And this was completely unexplained. This guy didn't have any enemies. He just enjoyed his life, retired, likes to hunt. The hunters that came into the cabin, they went immediately and hunted for him. So it's crazy story. So now there's another one that I might tell later, but Tina says it's time. Tina's thirsty.
I'm thirsty. Y'all need a drink break after that mystery.
Yeah, really. So,
no recovered gun, no body, no crime scene.
Nothing.
No clothes, no shreds of clothes, no blood spots, no other items.
Right.
That's why it's so mysterious.
Yeah. Crazy. All right.
All right. What we got left over here? We got
We got
We've got the other filibuster.
We'll see. Let them choose
Oh,
between
yeah.
these two. Now these are a couple years old. These have been sitting on the shelf, not opened, probably since 2021 or 2022. And I don't know if they're any good. They don't say much about them, but they are Virginia whiskeys. This one, I'll let you vote on which one. This one's only 86 proof. It's a small batch. And it's called the Reverend. Reverend, small batch, 86 proof, bourbon whiskey. And this Reverend has got some horns on it. So we don't know about all that. It don't tell you a whole lot about it.
It's cool though. I like the simplicity
Yeah.
of it. So maybe it's mysterious as well, just like the story. You know?
Yeah, and it's kind of a little scary because it says it's damned good.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's like on the box. So this is kind of strange.
Are we gonna be I'll be damned?
Yeah, I guess. It's crazy. So that's one. This is a little scary to me. I don't know. That's probably why I never opened it. Or this one is, somebody told me a couple years ago that they said this was really good. This is a Macaulay's Virginia Bourbon whiskey. It's 90 proof. It's a small batch. And it's made in Evanston, Virginia. So this is Macaulay's.
Oh my gosh, there is Andy Lipinski. Look at you. I went to college with Andy Lipinski.
I know, exactly. Reverend Horton
How
Heat.
are you, buddy?
Ah.
I know that was a long time ago. Don't tell anybody, what year that was or anything, Andy. Good to see you.
John, is that right? Is that who this is named after? Reverend Horton Heat? Amy says, don't go north on your travels. Well, don't go. Actually, there's been a whole way more missing people in the Great Smoky Mountains.
And
unexplained missing people.
In West Virginia.
Yeah, there's a lot in West Virginia.
Where
too.
you are, Amy.
Yeah, there's a lot of people go missing in West Virginia too. You know what? Actually, John, that might be who this is named after, that band. I'd have to Google it, but that might be who that's named after. Because I think they did a collaboration.
This will give you guys some homework. Y'all figure that out and let us know.
Let's see. Reverend.
Do I get a vote on this one?
Is anybody voting?
No. Not yet.
Reverend or Macaulay's?
Yes, Kim. Class reunion. He's like, I don't know. They are a band, though. Amy said she's still missing. He's crazy.
I don't know. But I'm going to have to study that.
Derek's voting MC. Kim is voting MC. Cindy said Reverend in honor of your grandpa.
No, it's MC, Reverend, Reverend.
I think Reverend wins.
John said banana pudding. So I don't know if that was a choice.
Yeah,
but
I don't know.
It's a vote. It's kind of like voting for FJB, but that was good. All right. So we got Reverend. Okay, that's one of their songs. Okay, so Reverend is one of the songs. All right, cool. All right, so which one? Reverend one?
Banana Pudding is one of their songs.
Oh. Okay. I'm sorry. Guys, this stuff has been sitting on the shelf. It's not been open, so it should be still like fresh and new.
Yeah.
And is Kia-Belle out there tonight?
I don't know if Kia's lurking. She usually watches our backs here.
Who else is our Patreons? We need to do we got Michael Ford. We did Jer.
And
Roger. Cindy and
right
Scott is not going to be. Scott messaged me and said he wasn't going to be able to make it tonight. So you know what? He'll watch it back. Scott,
that's right.
This cork pull is going out to you and Christy. Scott and Christy. And the Reverend. And there we go. Cool looking bottle. I like the shape. Very cool, bud.
Oh, yeah.
And ooh, that's the best cork pull of the night. That was nice. That was really nice.
Got a couple good ones, but that was definitely a good one.
That's pretty harmless. All right, so
I'm not getting much.
guys, thank y'all for staying in. We won't stay too much longer. We may stay for about 40 more minutes or whatever. But whenever I start telling stories, everybody leaves. Maybe I shouldn't. They just come for the drinking. But Virginia's got some.
Let's move this back out.
Yeah, it's made in Norfolk. So that's pretty cool.
I don't know if you've got room to set it over there.
I'll just put it on the floor. So it's only 86 proof, so it's not, and it smells very sweet on the nose.
John's in Hampton Roads and didn't realize
I
that
know.
Reverend was made in Norfolk.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's why you come to the Frontiersman Bourbon Bar to learn these things and discover them with us. That's what I say. Discover them with us.
Yeah.
We are just here to discover.
Is Roger still out there? Because we love Roger. Just want to see if he's still out there. He's usually more. He's kind of quiet tonight. Oh, that is like your traditional caramel vanilla, very sweet,
I'm not getting a whole
very brown sugary.
Yep, I'm getting a hint of vanilla.
Oh yeah,
what
I
I'm
am too.
getting.
Yeah,
Like a little vanilla wafer that you put in banana pudding.
now,
That
in all
you're talking about.
In all fairness to this, I like higher proof things because has more flavors.
Yeah.
And there's nothing bad about this at all.
Do you taste it?
Mm-hmm. It's just very, very approachable.
I was going to say smooth.
Very easy to sip. Sweet, very short finish.
Yes. Agree with that.
It's middle of my tongue, back of my tongue. It's like done.
Yeah. So this one could get you into trouble because of that.
Mm-hmm.
Very first drink. I'm going in for my second drink, but so far very easy to.
John says you have to get this bottle. Yeah. Sorry, Tina. It is very easy to sip.
Mm-hmm.
It's very easy to sip. And my goal was to try to find Elmer T. Lee today, but I did not find Elmer T. Lee, and I'm not happy because you can get Elmer T. Lee for like $38 in Virginia.
Yep.
You go looking for it in other states, it's going to be $400 or $500.
Yes, Virginia had a big drop today. And that means
Wow.
you don't have any clue
Now, if you,
what they're going to drop.
I'm sorry, if you don't like to be challenged,
Right.
and you just want to relax and sip, this is pretty good. And this is
Mhm.
something you could just go to.
It is.
Mhm.
I mean, in that respect, it's like it's got that. What'd you say the proof was?
86.
Okay. So that's another reason that it's an
Mhm.
easy
Yeah.
sipper.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't have that high
Yeah.
proof.
I'm going to give this a 76.
John spent more than he wanted at the drop this morning, but now he's going to have to get this bottle this week.
Now, there's a little tad of bitterness on here that I picked up on that sip, but nothing overbearing. Nothing too
I
overbearing.
mean, nothing like the,
So-
which one was I saying was bitter? Like the Ragged Branch? Was that the bitter one?
Yeah.
Although all of these I could definitely go back to reanalyze.
There's Major
Major
Zero.
Zero. Good
So-
evening.
Let's review for the major. We've been trying Virginia whiskeys. We tried the John J. Bowman single barrel, and I gave it a score of 73, which I was really thinking it would be a high 80s, but it just, I don't know. I'll have to revisit that. We did the Ragged Branch, double oaked, weeded bourbon, Virginia store pick. It only got a 70. It was kind of different. And then we did the filibuster, bottled and bond filibuster.
Mm-hmm.
Virginia straight whiskey, because we're doing all Virginia state whiskeys, and this got a score of 80. That was really good. 80. And now we just tried the Reverend, another Virginia bourbon, and it's made out of Norfolk and only 86 proof, and we gave that a score of 76.
The what?
76.
Reverend.
Mm-hmm.
I'd
So
probably give that one more like myself. I don't usually score them, but I'd probably give that one like an 80.
good as the filibuster.
Mm-hmm. For me, it was.
Hmm.
So John saw all the usual suspects today.
Yeah, we did too.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Except I didn't see Elmer T. Lee.
No,
But we went into the store in Bristol, Virginia, and they said they had it, but it went like the first. I don't know how many
within
they
the
had.
first 5 minutes.
They said they
It
were
was
gone. They were gone. I was so mad.
Oh,
I want to get a bottle of that so bad.
that's what we're on the hunt for, guys.
Yeah. There was
Elmer T. Lee.
nothing. Virginia keeps churning out the same old allocated stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and I really don't like these drops, and I may not participate in them anymore. I will just do my normal bourbon hunting because I just don't like the way Virginia's doing that.
It's like you can only go to one store and you have to stand in line for them to open. And they may only get 6 bottles of something or 12 bottles of something. And if you're not 1, 2, 3 through 12 in line, then you're just going to get whatever.
Well,
leftover.
You're going to get Eagle Rare anyway, or Blanton's. It's like these people line up to get Eagle Rare, Blanton's.
Well, Nick wanted some Eagle Rare. He couldn't even get any.
Yeah, poor Nick didn't even get Eagle Rare.
Yeah.
But and all those are great. I mean, yeah, if you can get Blanton's, you never tried it, you got to get Blanton's. Eagle Rare, which I like even better than Blanton's.
Yeah.
And he said the SB just had the SB Honey Bomb, liked it. That's the only. What's the SB? Samuel Bowman, something Bowman.
I don't know.
He said it was a Virginia whiskey.
And he says George Dickel like the college days.
Oh,
Oh George.
Mm-mm-mm.
No, George. No. Can't do George. But yes, that's exactly because it was the cheapest thing, and it still is pretty much.
I have seen what looks like Bible scripture on it, but not tried it. Yeah, that was some not bad Bowman single barrel. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, the John J. Bowman single barrel from 2 years ago was really good. I rated that like an 88. This single barrel, what'd I give it? A 73.
You gave it only a 73, but you know what?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm probably going to go back to that and give it a second chance. But what I would like to do, like you said earlier, is do a side by side with them.
Yeah.
Because
to see
that's really when I think you can compare. Because we're trying so many different whiskeys, and that was our first one. So
yeah.
And it's been a while since we've tasted the other one.
Yeah.
I mean,
and I can always change my scores. He said, I preferred the random draughts. If you were close to the store, you had a chance. Exactly. That's exactly right. Yeah, the lines are just creating a lot of, I mean, everybody's nice. Everybody's perfectly wonderful.
Yeah.
But it's just, like today, you had to be in line at 6 o'clock to get it at 10. Not doing it.
Sitting there
I'm not
for
doing
4
it.
hours.
I'm just not doing it.
That's not fun.
He said small batch. Okay, yeah, small batch. But those aren't bad. So, 3-notch Scout 6 for me a few weeks ago. Distiller owned, just poured it. All right, so now.
Major Zero said, "Sorry, been drinking." Hey,
it happens.
We're all in here.
Should we try this triple cask filibuster? I'm interested in this.
Yes. I vote yes. Oh, sorry. Do I get a vote?
Yeah, you get a vote. Triple cask filibuster. Straight bourbon whiskey. I don't even know what a Moscatel barrel is. This is a Virginia ABC store pick bottle. And so we're going to try that. Dice says, sure. So
Kim says, let's do it. Roger says, let's go. Let's roll.
That's good. That's good. I want to hear from Roger anyway. Roger's like the man anyway. All right, here we go.
This is a whole team effort here.
It's going to be a team effort for me to open this.
Where's your frontiersman knife that Courtney C and Matthew C gave you?
Right here. And I'm getting it.
Shout out to show that.
Dice's daughter,
Courtney, and her husband, Matt.
got me this.
I miss them.
And
I know they're so busy.
It's got like a little Bigfoot walking across. So, I love this knife.
3-notched is in Nellysford, Virginia.
Okay.
Around Wintergreen.
Huh.
Wintergreen?
Ooh, that almost got my hand.
Don't get your hand, please. I really don't want to go to the ER tonight.
I'm not going to the ER
after
anyway.
drinking and then our whole day. Oh my gosh, y'all. We did so much today.
Let me tell you the day.
Oh.
We got up at 5 o'clock. We drove down to the Cave Spring ABC store because we were going to wait in line
with our neighbors, friends, Nathan and
for
Lori.
4 hours to get to see if we could get Elmer T. Lee. After
That's
about
good.
10 minutes in the 28-degree weather, I said, screw this. We're going to our booth in West Virginia. So we drove to Bluefield.
It's a flea market that we do like every weekend.
So we drove to Bluefield.
West Virginia.
Yeah. And went to our booth. We stayed in the booth for about an hour. And then I said, you know what? Let's go to the ABC store in Bluefield. So we left, locked up our booth, went over to the ABC store in Bluefield. And there was a line of probably about 25 people or whatever. And so we got in line. And they didn't have Elmer T. Lee. The store, Cave Spring, they didn't have Elmer T. Lee either. So I would have waited 4 hours and not gotten Elmer T. Lee. So I'm glad I left.
That's the iffiness.
So we, in the Bluefield, we got there like 5 minutes to 10, got our bottles. It didn't take that long. And we bought 2 things. I'm not going to tell you what it was. We'll probably open them up next week. And so we got those 2 things. And then we headed back, finished up the booth, and then we drove to Bristol, Virginia after, from Bluefield to Bristol, Virginia. And I did a video on the burger bar in Bristol. Man, it's a cool place. Cool place. You don't want to miss this video coming out. That's a really neat place. 1942 burger bar. So we did that, and then after we ate, we walked around Bristol. One side of this, like if you're walking on what they call State Street, the double yellow line is the state line. So on the right side, you're in Tennessee. On the left side, you're in Virginia.
So cool.
Very good, unless you're going, depending on which way. But one side's Tennessee, one side's Virginia. So we did that, shot some video, and then we
hey Justin, welcome in.
Hey Justin Eagle.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Justin. He's been following us. Appreciate him coming in, talking. And so then we left and we went to 2 more ABC stores, just seeing if what they had left over. So that'll be another video we're doing. So it was pretty cool. It's a full day. Then we got home at 8 o'clock, scrambling around trying to get this together.
Yeah.
So
we did not pull in the driveway literally until 8 o'clock.
So we're going to try this.
It's the frazzle dazzle. I'm looking forward to this actually.
Triple cast Moscatel barrel. Anybody know what a Moscatel barrel is?
Was somebody just saying that? Moscatel finish. If so, it's a wine.
Oh, okay. So let me read.
Muscatel finish. So what he said, M-U-S?
Moscatel. It says we are all about filibuster. It says we are all about creative and innovative finishing. Our dual cask straight bourbon has been an enormous success, so we went one step further. That's like the double oak they did, I guess, filibuster, dual cask. I don't know. We hadn't had that. Introducing triple cask. We took 5-year-old straight bourbons from Virginia and Indiana and gave them a lengthy finish in imported Moscatel barrel. The result is a powerful, smooth, aromatic, rich, straight bourbon finished in Moscatel barrels. So sip this one straight, or as we call it, buster up. I drink everything straight anyway.
Buster up.
Except
I like that. That's my new. I'm gonna start saying that.
I'm gonna say y'all need to buster up.
Y'all need to
which
buster
means
up.
filibuster.
Buster up. Nathan, what's up, dude?
Nathan Fireball.
Nathan, the bourbon hunter.
Nathan is a legend who needs to start his own channel because that dude, he's got twice the number of bottles I have. You think I got a lot of bottles? He got like twice.
He needs a warehouse.
He does. And sorry, Nathan, I was just talking about how I could not stand the 28-degree weathers and I wasn't going to wait 4 hours. So we drove to.
You probably guessed that
So-
when he's like, okay, I'm out, guys. I'm out.
I'm out. I'm done. I can't do it. I don't like cold. So now this cork pull is going to go out to Michael Ford and Bill Coleman, who's not here, and Kia-Belle.
That's right.
All three of them are Patreon members. Ooh,
Cheers.
there we go.
Kia, Michael, and Bill.
Oh, that smells actually
Miss you guys tonight.
really good. And really good. That smells good.
Oh gosh. I got the Joseph Magnus cigar blend today.
Oh, he's talking about the muscadine grapes. Yeah, muscadine. Yeah, it could be MUS.
I can't wait because I like all that.
Filibuster
and I
got
like wine, so
that's
I don't know.
nice looking.
We'll see.
I don't like wine.
You used to. Holy moly.
Not really.
Where's the rag?
Whatever. A rag.
Paper towel. I usually bring some in here, but I don't have any.
Let's clean the.
There,
Dang.
it doesn't.
Oh, that smells good.
You don't like wine, so
This has nothing to do with the wine.
It
It's just
does.
the barrel.
it does. A wine barrel.
Oh, that smells good. I don't even know what that smells like, but it smells good. You know what it smells like? Muscadine grapes.
That's what they were saying. Were you reading the chat?
That is definitely some sweet grapes. Whew, I got some heat on that. What's the proof?
All right, I'm gonna have to try that Joseph Magnus. Did you see what he said?
What did he say?
He got Joseph Magnus cigar blend.
Yeah, I've been wanting that, but I don't have Nathan's money, so I can't afford that. 113.47 proof. So that is 56.73% alcohol. 56.73. So that's why I got a little heat on the nose right there. I'm trying to figure out. The wine, like the grapiness is kind of a little overbearing. Get a little woodiness and a little heat.
I like the aroma.
Muscadine. There you go.
Destiny.
Muscadine. And of course,
Hello.
this is called
Muscadine.
Moscatel barrels. See,
Major Zero said Muscadine.
so that's it, different. Let's taste it.
There's Destiny. How are you, dear? Good to see you.
My lips are getting very spicy. I like this.
Ooh.
There's a lot of flavor in there. There's a lot of grapiness, oakiness, spiciness.
I get the oak
And
the fruity.
Yeah.
The wine fruit, yeah. Which would be grapey or musk.
That is
You
I
see
really like that.
little kick of spice up front, but it mellows out a little bit. Like, or smooths out. I don't know if mellow's quite the word, but
Like, well, to me, the top of my mouth, the roof, is really getting a lot of spice, and my tongue. It's a little bit of dryness, a little bit.
maybe there my lips are getting spicy. Needs to be on a shirt. I know. An excellent idea. My lips are getting spicy.
Amy says she wants to join us live.
Yes. Oh gosh.
Oh, Lord have mercy. I wouldn't get a word in edgewise.
Amy, you would be laughing the whole time. We'd have to put you in timeout. But it would be funny.
I can't decide if I really like this. Like, I like it, but like, do I really like it?
Like, you liked it like 30 seconds ago, and now you're not liking it.
I'm getting a whole lot more spice than I think it really needs to have. It's almost like a rye in a way because it's so spicy.
I know you do get that little bit of spice,
Mhm.
but
Maybe that's
then I
the
get
Moscatel.
the other.
What is a Moscatel? I'm going to Google that. Moscatel wine.
I told
Oh my
you,
God.
they've been talking about that.
They make Moscatel wine vinegar. That stuff, no wonder it's like a spicy heat.
That's what they've been saying. Dice and Major Zero.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I'm
John.
just looking. It's okay. Floral. Yeah, great.
But more grape than I'm not getting floral. Did they say that about the
Yeah, but you can also make vinegar out of it. Maybe that's why, because it's been in the barrels. It's so like.
I don't mind this actually.
I mean, it doesn't taste like vinegar. I'm not saying that.
No,
This
it's not bitter at all.
Vinegar's a little heaty, a little spicy, but
I'm bitter. But this is not that. I'm like what you said at first, like getting the oaky
it's got the oakiness
plus the grape
Yeah.
wine.
You gonna have some?
No, I'm
more?
good. I still have some.
That stuff is good. Here, let's put down here.
Yeah. Because I keep putting it closer. It starts focusing.
Although it is leaving my mouth pretty dry.
Think so? Then that just means you just poured some more, so you'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if it was dry, you just drink more.
Right. You just have to keep sipping.
Keep sipping. I'm going to give this a score of 84.
Oh, John made a good point. Isn't vinegar just sour grapes?
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Yep.
So you're picking up on all the flavors.
And
you're a daggone genius.
I know, but Cindy's like, Tina's got all the.
I know.
Because women. She
Cindy,
ain't getting what I get.
Because Cindy is
my
girl.
Oh, is it pretty good? I think I saw that in the store. I think I have one. I think I've got a Jim Beam double oak. Pretty good for the price. Don't we have one?
I don't think so. But you don't look now. But
yeah, I'm gonna look right now.
We were talking about that in the store today, Dice, just like he was saying. We were looking at it going, this is awful, but do we have this? Do we have one of these? I'm pretty sure we do. I don't. I know we've got Jim Beam Black Label.
Yeah. Yeah, we got the single barrel, but not
the single barrel is what I meant.
We do have a little baby Blanton. You can tell them that.
Okay, here's your little baby Blantons. All you Virginia bourbon hunters who didn't get to pick up your Blantons today, you can have this one. Just kidding.
I should have bought that daggone single barrel. Double barrel. All we've got is the single barrel.
Yeah.
Which is
sitting there.
I haven't opened that.
I was standing there looking at that going, you know what? Well, I don't think so. But I don't know 100%. But I didn't think so. And no, we did not get it. So guess what? We'll be going to get it.
All right. Tater's gonna Tate. I'm not hating nothing. What I give it?
Gonna Tate.
I gave that What'd I say?
I don't know.
Did I say 83 or 84?
What is it? What's it called?
It's a filibuster
Oh,
triple
yeah.
cask.
What did you say? 88?
83.
Did you just change your score?
I didn't say 88. It's a very dry. See, he said it's a dry wine, so that's why I'm getting this dryness.
Yeah.
And the bitterness. It's very dry.
But it's true to its meaning.
Steve said I said 84. Well, I'm backing it down to 83.
You said 84.
Ooh, now that sip I just took right there, that is good. Give it an 84, honey.
I did.
That's good stuff.
I might change it again,
Mm.
depending on what I feel.
The more you drink, the scores get higher. That is really good. All right, Kim. Thanks, Jeremy. We done made Jeremy. Tell him I've got
him sleepy.
I tell him I got a potential Bigfoot story coming up. He said for 23, it's pretty good. It's no old Forester 1910, but a good budget dolo. Yeah.
Okay. I am willing to try that because I like the single barrel and
so
I like double oak.
All right. So should I tell a Smoky Mountain missing story or what? Scores get higher and the girls get prettier.
I like that.
Exactly right.
Oh, by the way, Major Zero, I don't know. I said hi earlier in your premiere. We were actually driving back home, rushing back home to get here for the live and to finish our day. So anyway, I'm going to go back. I didn't get to see all of it. I'll go back and watch that. And Walt was driving. So we were trying to watch, drive, get home and listen all at the same time.
So, Bigfoot story, Steve says. I think it's a Bigfoot story. I don't know. It's just a weird, another
unexplained
to me
mystery.
To me, I think the reason this person went missing could be Bigfoot. I don't know. But when you hear the story, I would love to hear you come up with something else.
I know. Like, you go ahead and figure it out in your brain and you explain it. And on that note, while you get started, I have to. Guys,
all the YouTubers on here, Granny and Dice, who, they're a huge channel, but they still need subscribers. Go subscribe to Granny and Dice. Major Zero is almost catching me. Don't subscribe to him. No.
Definitely subscribe to him if you like bourbon.
He's doing a really good job.
He's really fast.
He probably just started 3 months ago. He's already up to 3,700. Go subscribe to him. Get him to 4, and he'll go on beyond.
There's Billy Kinzer.
Billy Kinzer. He says Blanton's bourbon is really good, but very pricey. Yes, it can be. In Virginia, what did it go for today? Probably $70, $69.
Yeah,
I think
probably.
Maybe
Anybody out there that saw the
if
price
anybody
of it?
saw it.
I'm sure Nate did. How much was it today, Nate?
He said when he reads or listens to anything from Formula One, it gives him sleepless night. Yeah, it does.
I know.
It does.
Makes you
so
think.
and that Aliens is another Aliens possibility too. But when I think of the Smoky Mountains, and I just brought this down because this is the sweetest stuff I think I've ever drank in my life. And I'm gonna actually, before I tell this Bigfoot I'm not saying it's a Bigfoot story. David Plight said it. Didn't
Right.
say that. Come on, focus. I picked this up in Vegas. This is not from Virginia.
Nathan he said, yeah, 70. He grabbed a bottle or two.
Of course he did.
I mean, you already have like a whole case of Blanton's. What? Why? Like,
and then I'm going to drink
I guess
this.
in case we run out. I don't know.
The Walcott out of this. Look at this. The Gatlinburg Sky Park that I picked up in Gatlinburg, obviously. At the Sky Bridge and the Sky, whatever. The Sky, you got the bridge, and then you got the tram that goes up. The Sky Lift to the Sky Bridge. It's called Sky Park. And, but anyway, I'm going to drink out of this little Glencairn I got. Thanks, Dice. Dice is one awesome guy. And Dice, it might be time for us to do another video together. Now, I've not seen this Walcott in any Virginia store. I haven't seen it in a Tennessee store. I don't even know if I've seen it in Kentucky, but I saw it in Las Vegas, tried it, and picked it up. So, Tina's not in here. Let me go ahead and start telling you this story. Missing 411. It's a long story. But the guy that goes missing here, his name is Mark Hansen. And Mark was from Newport, Kentucky. Now, who knows where Newport, Kentucky is? Actually, I'll do it this way. What distillery is in Newport, Kentucky? And if you get it, I'll send you like a $10 gift card. You just have to email me your address. What distillery is in Newport, Kentucky? First one. Don't Google it. Major Zero's seen the Walcott. New Riff is it. Is it that close to New Riff? Yes. So, John, send me your almost, if I can email, I'm going to put my, dang it. If you, that's my email address. So, John, if you email me your address, I will send you a $10 gift card for, I don't know, whatever, something. Chick-fil-A or something like that. So that was good. That was quick, too. So, just put, hey, I got the question right about what was in Newport, Kentucky, and then I'll send you the gift card. So anyway, the guy here, so Mark is from Newport, Kentucky, and he was with a couple of his Eastern Kentucky classmates, a guy named Ben Fish and a John Chichester. Now, this happened in 1975. So this story happened in 1975. So the three of these guys set off in March of 1975. Now, if you've ever been to the Smoky Mountains in March, which I have many times, the weather in the Smoky Mountains can change just like that. I mean, just like that.
Yes.
It is so crazy. It's like its own, like it might be 70 degrees in Gatlinburg. You get in the Smokies and it could be snowing. It could be ice. It's really crazy. So these guys set up on a hike, and they're going to hike to a pretty high elevation. I think let's see. I forget the elevation. They're going to hike up this place called, they started at Big Creek in Mount Sterling, and they were going to hike all the way up to this Cosby Knob and spend the night. Well, as they start out, the three guys start out, they start hiking, and then the weather just changed, and it started snowing and sleeting. And they had to gain elevation, like 1,700 feet of elevation. It's a pretty tough hike. So they're going up, but they're young guys. They're in pretty good shape. And they're going up. And the one guy, after they've been hiking for about an hour or so, he's like, guys, I'm done. I can't do this with the snow hitting me in the face, the sleet hitting him in the face. And so the one guy, John Chittister, he just turned around and he went back down and went towards the car. So Ben Fish and Mark Hansen decided to keep pushing on. Yeah. Sort of like West Virginia. Yes, West Virginia is kind of like the Smokies too. I mean,
No, he's talking about you and your West
I
Virginia.
know. But the temperature dropped like 13 degrees,
Yes.
like bam. So anyway, these guys are going up the hill. Chittister, he goes on down. The other two guys are going, and they're hiking for a pretty good while. And pretty soon Mark Hansen says, I can't go anymore. And he takes his backpack off and just sets it on the trail. He said, I can't carry this anymore. And Ben Fish was like, Mark, you can't leave your pack. You got to take your pack. That's how you're going to survive. You got all your stuff in there. You got to take it. And we'll get to the shelter and we'll be fine. So Mark put his pack back on and started walking a little bit more. So he goes on, and it probably wasn't 20 minutes, and Mark Hansen just stopped. He took off his pack. He laid down beside of his pack. Where are we at? What's funny, honey?
I was laughing at Tom.
Oh, I dare you to give Wildman. Okay, yeah, I dare. I dare her too. So anyway, he takes his pack off, lays down in the snow. By this time, it's just like snowing, like pouring the snow. And this guy's so tired, so exhausted. He lays down in the snow beside his backpack and is not going to go anymore. And Ben was like trying to get him to get up. He said, come on, it can't be too much farther. And but he said, no, it can't. He said, you get shelter up there. Come on. Mark wouldn't budge. So Ben, knowing that he's got to get shelter or he's going to die, he goes up to the shelter. It was only, get this, 200 more yards away, 2 football fields away. But Mark had already decided he's done. He just laid down. Well, that night, this Walcott, that stuff is good.
Oh, I didn't get any of that.
That is so sweet. That is so sweet. It's so good. So in the middle of the night, Ben wakes up. He doesn't know if he's dreaming or hearing Mark call out, but he thinks he hears him call out, help, help, whatever. So remember that. He thinks he hears him calling out for help. But he goes on back to sleep. Well, the next morning he wakes up, walks down the path, ton of snow, like, I don't know, foot of snow on the ground. And you can easily follow the path. Now, if you've ever been hiking in the snow, and I have, it's amazing. You can see that path as you're walking. And even in the Smokies, you're going to be able to see this path. So he went down the path, 200 yards. Mark's backpack is there, but Mark is not. He's gone. So he tries to look around for him, can't find him. He then hikes down the trail, calls the rescue people, and they start searching. And they search for days. And they don't find anything for days. Now, when they finally found Mark, he was 3 miles. Like, if the path, like, let's say the path is right here and it's going down this way, okay? Going back down to where they started. Mark was 3 miles down the mountain, rough terrain, that nobody in your right mind is going to try to do that. There is no path. He was 3 miles down in a ravine, just laying there. Now, when they found him, they said they just said the cause of death was basically, was it hypothermia? Okay. Mm-hmm. But his gloves were off and his shoes were off. Think about that.
Why?
And why would you, like, and obviously if you go through hypothermia, you can be very delirious. But why would he walk down that path, off the path, for 3 miles? How did he get there? I just don't think he's going to do that. Now, in the middle of the night, he's called, remember? He called out for help, or Ben thinks he may have heard him call out for help. That's pretty crazy. What was he calling help for? Go ahead, honey.
I want to say night to Amy. She's out.
I scared her away. So,
hope to see you soon, dear. Come see us next weekend.
Let's see if I missed anything.
Be there.
So he was found, like I said, without gloves or boots. They said he died 24 to 36 hours after Ben saw him. That means that if he died 24 hours after he saw him, that's 24 hours or 36 hours. What was he doing before that? It's just, now when I think about something like that, did something just pick him up because his pack was there still? Did just something just pick him up and take him down the hill? Was it aliens? I mean, did he just walk? I mean, it just blows your mind. And you're able to walk 3 miles, even though you couldn't walk 200 yards, but you could walk 3 miles down a hill. So anyway, that's just
kind of crazy.
very, very crazy story. But this Walcott is not crazy. It's crazy good.
It's pretty good.
This
I
Walcott.
was waiting to say.
This stuff is some of the sweetest juices I've ever tasted.
Did anybody say if they have tried that?
Nathan says he's probably on a Virginia ABC bourbon hunt, freezing to death.
Brick House Reserve.
Good night, Cindy and Derek and who left? Amy.
Yeah. Thank you, Cindy and Derek.
Mm.
Hope y'all have a great night.
Nathan, come on over and try some of this Walcott. It's good stuff. It says hypothermia when he came to and lost his way, being delirious. I mean, that could be a possibility, but I mean, that has to be the only other possibility.
I mean, are you going to have that kind of strength in that state on your own? Even if you're delirious or hallucinating or anything?
Yeah.
Are you going to actually have that physical strength on your own?
To go 3 more miles.
I don't know.
But the only thing about that is, why did he holler for help?
Yeah. Well,
what was he scared of? I mean, I don't know. Again, David Plitus said, this guy definitely was not suicidal. Nobody was out to get him. It's just a weird, unexplained. David Plitus does not say that it's anything. He doesn't say that it's
pennies for Vegas.
Drink beer.
What's up, pennies? Drink Budweiser.
Dice says he's delirious all the time and he gets by. And Penny says just drink beer. Maybe this Mark Hansen guy should have drank beer and he'd been fine. Because it warmed you up.
That's right.
Yes, seen it happen on other searches that I have been on. So yeah, that's true. Nathan says we can try the cigar blend or redwood pipe cast drink. Both of those are good. Well, guys, we're going to let you go. Thanks for listening to my stories. Or they're actually David Plitus stories. This was from this book. David Plitus, Missing 411. Great stuff. And I think, is there anything else?
I think that's all. You want to mention any of this?
Yeah, guys, if you like this little Frontiersman Bourbon Bar shirt, you can get that on Teespring underneath my description. It's a cool shirt, very comfortable, and you can check that out. And also StreamYard, as you can tell, these are pretty good. It's a pretty good format, so I love that. So if you're planning on doing live stuff, consider StreamYard. There's a link. You can get some money off for doing that. And John, thank you. Thank everybody for coming in tonight.
And hanging out with us.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
So much.
So,
and shoot, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, if you have not hit that thumbs up, please do so on your way out. We really appreciate it. That helps us out.
Yep.
And
consider becoming a Patreon member or a YouTube member. Yeah. Both those are good.
Yep.
Need the My Lips Are Spicy t-shirt.
I know. Major Zero, you are on to something there. We need that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
A Bigfoot drinking bourbon with spicy lips.
All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.
Keep it squatchy.
Thanks for watching. Take care, everybody. Good night.
Good night.